Okay. Now I want to talk about this idea of perfect squares. Okay. Now, a perfect square, let's start with the easiest ones, these green ones right here. Okay? A perfect square is a number where another number times itself equals to that number. Okay? So 36 is a perfect square because 6 times 6 is 36. 4 is a perfect square because 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? Let me phrase it this way. 49 is a perfect square because 7 times itself is 49. And same logic with 25. 25 is a perfect square because 5 times itself gives you 25. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at letters now. All right? X squared is a perfect square because x times itself is x squared. Okay? All right? Same thing with z. Z squared is a perfect square because z times itself gives you z squared. Okay? So right now, and last but not least, okay, 9z squared is a perfect square because 3z times itself gives you 9z squared. Okay, so I'm going to cross off some that I don't even want you to worry about right now. Okay, I'm going to cross that out and cross that out. And everything else should make pretty clear sense over here. Okay, again, a perfect square is where something times itself will give you that number. So 36 is a perfect square once again because 6 times itself will give you 36. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at example 1. Okay? Now, you can do this like we've always been doing. And by the way, in front of the x squared is a 1. Okay? You can do it like we've been doing, but there is certain scenarios where there's a shortcut. Okay? When you don't need to use the x with 3 r's and go through all those steps. Okay? And here is where it might be a shortcut. Okay? I call this the perfect squares method. Okay? So far, by the way, we've learned 3 methods of factoring. Okay? 3 methods of factoring. 3 methods of factoring. We learned the GCF, the x with 3 r's, and now we're learning the perfect squares. Okay? You can think of this as tools in the toolbox. Okay? You can think of this as tools in the toolbox. In basketball, you can think of it as, okay, this is like the crossover, this is the spin move, okay, and this is behind the back. Okay, they're just tools that you can use. Okay, I like the toolbox analogy better because not everyone plays basketball. Okay, maybe this is a screwdriver, the wrench, okay, and or yeah, screwdriver, wrench. What's another tool? Drill. Okay, screwdriver, wrench, drill. And you can use different tools, and you can use different tools for different scenarios. Okay, so here's my question for you. Okay, if we look at example 1, okay, is x squared a perfect square? The answer is yes. Okay, x squared is a perfect square, and it's a perfect square of x. Okay, is 16 a perfect square? The answer is yes, it's a perfect square of 4. Okay, now what you're going to do now, okay, is set up 2 parentheses, and you're going to go x 4 and x blank 4. So x blank 4, x blank 4. Okay. Now, let me just literally copy and paste this 2 more times. Okay. Okay. So let's look right here. I copied and pasted 2 times. Boom. And boom. And let me move that here. And now I'm going to give you, and now there are going to be 3 scenarios. Okay. We're going to try double plus, double minus, and 1 each, where it's plus minus or minus plus. It doesn't matter. You can do plus minus or put the minus first and do minus plus. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to distribute now. Okay. I'm going to go red. Okay. Red, red. Okay, let's go with black, black. And let's go with purple. Let's throw in some new colors here. Purple. And let's go with orange next. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, for the reds, let's see. X squared. This is x squared. This is x squared. For the black, you're going to get plus 4x. Okay, minus 4x for the black, and minus 4x for the black. For the purple, we're going to get plus 4x. Okay, minus 4x and plus 4x. And for the orange, you're going to get plus 16, plus 16, and minus 16. Okay, we are almost done here. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish this up by combining like terms and see which one matches. Okay, boom, 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 boom. These actually cancel. So you're left with x squared minus 16 here. And here you're going to get x squared minus 8x plus 16. Here you're going to get x squared plus 8x plus 16. You're going to see which one matches. And look, this one matches here. Okay, this one matches. So I'm literally going to write a smiley, frowny, and frowny. And this matches, so that means this is your answer here. Okay, that's your answer. Now you may think to yourself, Mr. Chen, how the heck is this a shortcut? Okay, you just made us do a whole lot of work here. Look at all the work you did. Yeah, well, in the beginning, when you're getting used to it, you're going to have to write out these 3 scenarios. Okay, but listen, if you do this one first and you get a smiley face in the beginning, that means you don't have to do these other 2. Okay, so the whole point is to get a smiley face as early as possible. I did all 3 at the same time to show you. Okay, to show you all the steps. Okay, but if you can get a smiley face early on and you can play the guessing game of double, in this case double plus works out, then you're good to go. Then all you need to write in this case, if you got a smiley face in the beginning, then all you need to write is this. Okay, if you got a frown, one second, if you got a frowny face here, then that means you got to try 2 things. Try another thing. And then if you get a frowny again over here, and if it doesn't match, then you got to try 3 things. So the whole point is to maybe only just try 1 thing. Okay, just try to nail it the first time. Remember, you're doing 3 scenarios: double plus, double minus, or 1 each. Okay, to try to get to that original equation. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then and before that, I'm going to answer Dylan's question. Dylan, what's your question? That's what I'm going to get to right now. So watch. Okay, so folks, let's do one more together. Okay, I'm going to 9x squared is a perfect square of 3x. 64 is a perfect square of 4. Okay, so now I'm going to give you we're going to do 3 scenarios again. Okay, 3 scenarios again. 3x blank 4, 3x blank 4. Okay. Now let's see if we can avoid doing it 3 times. Okay, but I'm prepared to do it 3 times. That's why I'm going to set it up this way. Okay. So let's go ahead. Okay, I'm going to just have these ready to go just in case. Now, here we have a minus sign. Okay, we have a minus sign. So it's probably not going to be double plus. Okay, it's probably not going to be double plus. Okay, because there's a minus sign chilling here. So let's try 1 plus 1 minus, or a double minus. Okay, let's go ahead and try let's try a minus and a plus right now. Okay, I'm gonna try a minus and a plus. And remember, when you do the minus plus scenario, it doesn't matter which one goes first. You can do plus minus or minus plus. And those don't matter. Okay? And let's go with red, black. Okay, let's start with red is going to be 9x squared. Black is going to be plus 12x. Purple is going to be minus 12x. And orange is going to be minus 16. Now check this out. When we combine like terms, these cancel, so you get 9x squared minus, and I totally messed up here, okay? I meant to say 8, not 4. Okay, I meant to say 8. So this is going to be 8. I'm surprised no one corrected me on that. Okay, and let me just fix these real quick. And we're going to get black, which is plus 24. I shouldn't be blaming other people for not correcting me on that. I'm the one that made the mistake. Minus 24x. And orange is minus 64. Now, these cancel. And we get 9x squared minus 64, which does not match. Okay, so now let's try one more scenario. Okay, let's try another scenario, I should say. Let's try a minus minus. Okay, minus minus. And you're going to get red, 9x squared. And I'm going to give you a heads up. This one is going to work. Okay, minus 12x. I don't know, dude. I just did it again. Okay, I meant to say 8. Okay, 8 and 8. Okay, so we're going to get 9x squared. Black is going to be minus 24. X. Purple is going to be minus 24x. And orange is going to be plus 64. And then we're pretty much done here. This one's going to match. Look, 9x squared minus 48x plus 64. This matches. Okay, so then that means this must be your answer right here. Okay, this is your answer. A double minus scenario. Okay, like I said, at first, this is going to seem like, oh, Mr. Chen, this is more work. Okay, but once you get the hang of it, double plus, double minus, or 1 each, it's going to be, you're going to fly through these perfect score scenarios. Now, let's say, by the way, let's say you're like, Mr. Chen, I want to do it the old way, for example, 2. Or I want to do it the old way, for example, 1. Well, that's easy, okay? You just do the old way. You're going to get invisible 1 times 16, which will give you 16 and 8. That's the old way for number example 1. But let's say you want to do it the old way for example 2. Okay, if you want to do it the old way for example 2, you're going to get, that's going to be a real big pain in the butt, okay? Because you're going to do 64 times 9 is 576 on top, okay? And on bottom, you can get negative 48. Dude, those are huge numbers. Okay, good luck with that. That's why the perfect squares works nicely, okay, once you get the hang of it. It really does become a shortcut. Okay? All right, folks, I want you guys to do the next problems that you see. Hang tight.